Hello, hello, everyone. Wow, that is a face, Tugs.
Do you guys still like me if I look like this?
I think so. You'll have to ask the chat that. I can't make promises. I'll still like you. I can speak for myself.
Sometimes I feel like as I get older, my top lip is
No,
getting
it is. The collagen in your skin gets less and less, so your lips do become smaller as you age. That's why
Right.
people get lip fillers, because it is a sign of youth.
Listen, I am not, and I have thin lips to begin with. Like the bottom lip's not bad, but my top lip has always been really thin to begin with. So if you guys see me like this one day, like I won't go too
I feel like I
crazy.
look like a clown right now. Also, it looks like my fingers are my nose holes.
You guys see me just with a little bit, you mind your business. Okay?
We are so sexy right now. It's a good thing we're taken. Cheers. So my name is Xer Girl. This is Tugs, and we are here for another sip and chill. When I have wine, and I believe Tugs has wine.
Wait.
Turn the light on. Turn it on. Yeah, baby.
It doesn't have the same effect in the summer because it's so bright. In the winter, when it's dark by this time, I turn this thing on. It's like, ooh, ah.
It's time for a rave party.
This is one of the best purchases I've ever bought from Disney, by the way. Yes, I bought it at Disney. No, I will not apologize for it. It's the best. So if you're ever at Disney Magic Kingdom, go to the Beauty and the Beast restaurant and get yourself one of these. It does not come with wine. You can put
Unfortunately.
I did not. I was like, I just want an empty one so I could put wine in it later. And the girl with broke character, I was like, that's genius. I'm getting one now.
I have to ask this here. What is a tactical hug?
No, it says T, tactical tug.
Oh, wow. I'm blind. Okay. We can move on.
That's what she said.
Oh God, I am still tired from Dallas and Chrissy's wedding, which we were actually catching up. Yeah, busy week. It was worth it though. It was absolutely worth it. I got to.
I couldn't make it.
I know. Tugs and I, we were chatting before the actual event. She's like, you know, should I go? Should I not? I'm like, you should come. We're gonna have so much fun.
I wanted to, but listen, I said this on my Twitch channel. I'll say it on here. It was gonna be like $1,000. It was ridiculous because and I said this on my Twitch too, and maybe something in this chat can explain it to me because we couldn't figure it out. New York or Las Vegas to New York is one of the most difficult flights you can find. It was the only one I could find was Spirit that was nonstop that would get me there in a decent time. And it was like $500 just for Spirit. And that was, oh my God. And that was like, and Duke was thinking about going because that's just $1,000. And I could not make it work. I'm not that rich, guys. I'm not
that. Yeah. And then a hotel and Uber or the car rental.
And I had to rent a car because the airport I was landing in, like the airport I wanted to land in, that was like not even the cheapest, but made the most sense. I had to drive. It was about an hour, not too bad. It was just, I just couldn't make it work. Couldn't make it work. But I was there in spirit. Shout out to Chrissy and Frank.
Yeah, beautiful couple. They're very legitimately beautiful together, inside and out. Yeah, Melanie is the next to get married, according to the wedding myth.
When in actuality, it's Anna, that Star Wars girl.
I know! That came out of nowhere. Congratulations to Anna!
I told Duke, I was like, honey, I love you. I said, but if you make me wait as long as Peaches made Anna wait, I will.
How long?
They've been together for like 5 years. It's been a very long time. I've known her since 2019. So that's 4 years I've known her, and they were together for years before that. So maybe even closer to 8. Somebody in the chat would
Oh
know
my
might know
God.
better, but it's
Chat,
been a
you
very long
know?
time.
I think of it maybe because if the family dynamic or so, maybe that had an impact on it. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
Because, you know, all you girls in California, you got to be careful about which girls you date. You know, I hear things about them all the time, and we've seen the whatever podcast. I mean, it's not
Oh,
all
Lord
women,
Jesus. Yeah.
to be fair, but you know, Melanie's
I
getting married as soon as Beardo mans up and proposes. What?
don't know when this Beardo Melanie shipping thing started, but I am absolutely here for it. I think they would be a really cute couple. I don't know how Melanie feels about Beardo, but I could totally see that. Like I
I
could
feel
see
about
that.
beards in general because that's a beard. That is a
That is
beard.
a beard. There's beard and then there's beard and he's a
Beard.
beard.
Like literally, if he tucked his chin down, it goes smush against his chest. Like there's
Yeah.
just a lot. Like he would have to, like if he would have to condition his hair more on his chin than on his head. He has more
Yeah.
hair on his chin than Melanie has on her head.
It's true. Holocaust says, I'm not talking. Remember, Anna wants to have her ceremony in the Forest Church in New Zealand and the reception in the Hobbit Village. Listen, that girl is going to get what she wants. I can feel it. And I'm not lucky enough, maybe, but maybe if X-Ray Girl gets invited, I could be her date instead of Mark. Sorry, Mark.
I mean, I don't even know if I'll get invited, to be honest. Like, this is the first time
Maybe
I met Anna.
we'll both go as Jay's dates.
Oh, okay. I'm sure Jay would love.
I'm
He's
sure.
probably like, I am tired of women talking.
Yeah. I have zero doubts that Anna will absolutely make that happen. If anybody is going to make her dream wedding happen, it's gonna be Anna.
I think it would be very interesting if she'll do like 2 weddings. One, maybe the real wedding at the Hobbit Village and then one for those who couldn't make it. Because I feel like that'd be so difficult.
I also feel like I can also see Anna maybe doing maybe not 2 weddings, but maybe like her wedding and a party, and then a separate party for like her YouTube people because she keeps Peaches and that whole thing so secret. You know what I mean? Can you imagine?
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah, like all the photos, like poor Steve, all those photos that came out from the wedding. Like I could see Anna just being like, "I don't want that." You know what I mean?
I mean, I was very careful of any pictures I took for the most part. Except for one, but y'all know about that one. Okay, anyways, so Beardo and Melanie, have we thought of a ship name for them? Would it be Beldo? Bellany?
Barony?
Barony?
Ooh, I kind of like that.
Barony?
Everybody got tired of Jay and Gina shipping. Gina got that rock, so
I mean, Jay's not gonna get past that rock. Let's just be honest. Oh yeah, and then shout out to Az. If you want to watch a good breakdown, an EFAP of Melanie catching the bouquet.
Oh yeah,
it's actually
also
hilarious.
Steven Inman, I think is how you pronounce his last name. The guy that does all like the videos of people getting just wipe it out and he narrates them all. Steven Einman. He did one for Melanie too.
Oh,
Ooh, Bellany.
Okay. Bellany. I actually like this. Fear the Mac.
Oh, I like that.
Or Fear the Boom. Or
no. Poor Melanie. Beardo go boom.
Beardo go boom. Every night.
Poor Melanie.
That's actually it's both their aliases. I get it. I like it.
I like that. Beardo go boom.
Hey, lucky him.
I don't know how religious Beardo is, though. I don't know. I met him. Beardo's great. I've met him a few times. I don't know him well enough to know. Like, does he meet the religious criteria? Is that
I don't know.
Melanie's like number one thing?
Oh my God. Fear the butter. We're leaning into this right now.
Listen, I feel like she needs to do a channel or a segment about like her carnivore diet and call it Fear the Butter, just because of all the butter backlash she gets. I feel like that works.
I know. Yeah. Speaking of fearing butter, her body image, I did find this funny. Well, it's not funny. I mean, I love Lives of TikTok, okay?
Oh my God, me too.
We talked about body
Oh dear Lord.
fat phobia.
Oh no.
So the title of this, or the quote on here, fat phobia is rooted in white supremacy and the idea that skinny is ideal is racist.
Oh no.
It's just so stupid. I hate when people say that being skinny is racist, because guess what? Every culture likes a good
Right?
skinny girl.
Anyway.
Or just average size. We're saying average, not American average, world average.
American average.
Not American. What is the average BMI?
I don't know. I just know everybody's.
America.
Oh, let me Google. I'll Google.
Of American women, 26.5. It's actually lower than I thought.
Oh, that was quick. All right, you're quicker than me.
It's actually legitimately lower than I thought. But
yeah, but how tall is the average woman? 5'6"? That's a lot.
Maybe. Let's see what this lady has to say about fat phobic racism.
This commenter says, I'm perfectly fine with fat people, but WTF, do you mean Aryan? Fat phobia and racism are two completely separate things.
Agreed.
But they're not. All bigotry in our culture is rooted in white supremacy. White supremacy sets my...
Wait, what'd you say?
As it says, the white woman.
Because she has to white-splain to you what fat phobia.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Ideal, and any deviation from that ideal is discriminated against. Obviously, this goes for race, but it also includes the person's size. In our culture, skinny people are upheld as the ideal.
I think she's gonna
There's
cry.
Held as the ideal because it's healthy.
Yeah. You know what's interesting to me is they always claim it's this racism and all that stuff. And they always cite, every single time, they always cite Black women who tend to be curvier than white women, which is just facts. Okay, the girl's got a booty. Most Black women are very, very curvy. They are very hippie. And I'm like, there's a difference there. Okay, we're talking Rihanna. We're not talking Lizzo. Like, hello. Let's focus. Okay. Anyway.
Smooth's right. She's probably projecting.
Also, racism behind why skinniness is considered the ideal.
What?
She looks like she's gonna cry.
I think so. Being called fat's probably hurts her. But guess what? If you're fat, just accept it. If you lean into it, it'll be fine. People these days are like, extra girl, you're pregnant? No, I'm fat. It's all good. It's all good.
Because as white women, we want to set ourselves apart from Black women.
Do people do that?
Do we? I don't think we do.
I don't think
people like that. What? Wait. She's about to say Black women who stereotypically have curvier bodies. We don't want to set ourselves apart. If you talk to most white women growing up, especially in the 90s, and growing up on the east side of Las Vegas, which is predominantly Mexican and Black, we didn't want to separate ourselves from them. We wanted to be those girls. That girl got a booty. I want a booty like her.
Legitimately, the BBL has become a thing because we all want that booty. We all want those curves. We all want those boobs.
Yes.
Hi, Dr. Rachel.
That's what we don't want to separate ourselves from Black women's bodies, at least not in the area I grew up in. I wanted to be those girls. I always was like, Mom, you couldn't have married a Black guy. I want to be mulatto. Halle Berry, Rihanna, Zendaya, all just gorgeous. Now Zendaya's a little beanpole, but all those other girls, curvy, gorgeous skin, they age like girl. We don't separate ourselves. You just sit down, lady. Sit.
I think that she's literally just jealous of anyone that has like a good hip to waist ratio. She probably thinks like Kim Kardashian is still not considered. Like people would be like, that would be hot. She probably thinks that's like bad at this rate. At this rate.
I can't tell you. Let me tell you what.
Yeah. But let's go.
Who stereotypically have curvier bodies. All bodies are beautiful, but white supremacy needs to hold up a singular ideal in order to maintain control.
To maintain control.
Her face. in order to maintain.
Well, like having an ideal to maintain control, that absolutely does not make any sense.
Please
Be
explain.
skinny so that we can control you. I don't know.
No, am I controlling you? Because I don't weigh. I mean, now listen, I put on quite a bit of weight for myself, and but I'm not controlling you when I don't. I don't understand.
Guess what? If you got into a fight with any of us, you probably win. I'm gonna say it here. I don't know any fighting skills. I'm probably gonna lose against her.
We would all get sat on. Hi, Elizabeth. You popped in on me. Hello.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, you know, it might not be effective muscle, but you have muscle when you're a bigger person. It might not be seen well, but you are strong for carrying around your body.
That is just like heavy too. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. White supremacy is extinct based on obesity.
Thank you. Exactly.
Oh no. And hey, you know, everyone, no matter what, I know we're just making fun of like her specifically for what she's saying. I'm not making fun of fat people. I'm making fun of her for what she said.
Well, that's like the lady along those same lines that wants airplanes to change their seating because have you seen that?
Yes. She is very wide.
With the girl, honey, no. First of all, flights are as expensive as it is. Sit down. Although I will agree with her that I do miss the airplanes of like, and
they had wider seats, more leg room.
Yeah, where they even the cheaper airplanes were just a smidge bigger. And it was nice. And you got a full meal and you don't have to pay for it.
Yes. And it wasn't so chintzy, the drinks when they came around the cart. I feel like I need to get like 4 cups. I'm like, you give out 250 milliliters of water every 3 hours. That is not okay.
Yeah.
I mean, not every 3 hours, every 2 hours.
It just drives me crazy. I was like, I do. So I will agree with her on that, but I don't agree with that it needs to be because you can't stop eating Oreos. Okay.
There's also a girl, I don't know where the video is, but that showed how much she eats in a day.
Oh my God, I saw that with her mom.
Oh my, that was a lot of food. That was like 6 meals. That was
expensive. It was all fast food. It was all fast food.
She did have 1 asparagus, I saw.
Oh yeah.
She had a little vegetable.
I think it got in there accidentally.
With the fry.
Playing cards. Yes. Do you know? Listen, kids these days. First of all, I don't smoke, but you could smoke cigars, and that I might take advantage of. Even though
I love sniffing cigars.
I love smelling cigars. And I didn't grow up in the '80s, so I missed out. I was on the cusp as a '90s baby. But you used to be able to go in the cockpit and like get real wings. You can't even do that anymore. Kids these days, they can't. They literally don't do it anymore. They won't bring the kids in the cockpit to show them the cockpit and give them the wings. No, yeah, Pan Am. Okay, there's a show. Duke and I are actually watching that show. Pan Am. That was in the 50s.
What's
50s?
that?
Yeah, 50s and 60s. It's an airline. I'll Google it. High-end airline in the 50s and 60s.
Ooh,
that was
bougie.
If you wanted to be like the best of the best girl, being a Pan Am flight attendant was like the cream of the crop. And they served champagne, caviar. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's cool. Tara's probably right. Airlines changed after 9/11. That makes sense.
Oh well, yeah, absolutely. Listen, I'm not saying it's not justified. I'm just saying I miss it. Okay.
Is there like in the cockpit? Is it just basically like them with the bathroom so they stay separate as possible?
There's no bathroom in the cockpit. So it's the 2 in the front, and then you have your third guy. And so actually, I saw this. I didn't realize they started doing this, but the airlines now, you used to be able, like the pilots would just come out and go to the bathroom, but now they take their carts and they'll block the aisleway while the pilot and the co-pilot and whatever come out to the bathroom, and one flight attendant will go into the pilot's seat and switch off. So like if the pilot has to pee, the flight attendant will go in and sit in his seat, and the pilot will come out and go to the bathroom, come back, and they'll swap. But they block the aisle with the drink cart so that nobody can get by, because that's the world we live in now.
I mean,
anyway, in a simpler time, this was Pan Am. Look at this. Look at these seats. Look at she's pouring.
They look so comfortable.
Look at this. Oh, are you kidding?
Like you have a room in this airline. When I sit, I have like this much room between my knee and the seat in front of me.
It's awful. I just look at how cute they are. And the girls were like the cream of the crop. You had to be poised. You had to weigh a certain amount. They would do like weigh-ins. You couldn't weigh more than I think it was 110. And they would do weigh-ins. Yeah. Oh, they were like, I mean, it was a pricey flight, but you got what you paid for. Champagne, full meals. And I'm talking like crab, caviar, like meals. Oh man.
Oh, I would. Hey, Pan Am, if you want to come back, I'll pay the premium.
Shoot, I will not eat to be a flight attendant. But this is the TV show. That's Margot Robbie on the far left. That's how she got her start.
Oh, that does look, yeah.
Yeah. It's a cute show. We like it. Anyway, so.
It's like back in the day, 2012. I was very young back then.
Yeah, it's only lasted one season, so once it's done, we're going to be sad, but it's a good show.
Oh my God, if Pan Am existed still and having the weigh-ins, people would revolt over that.
Their minds. Yeah.
Oof. I'm surprised they haven't gone, is it Japan that does the waist measurements? They haven't gone after them.
You know what, though? To be honest with you, some of the flight attendants I see on airplanes nowadays need that because we were flying, where did we go? Last time Duke and I flew, this flight attendant, she like was turning sideways and we flew Frontier, I think it was. So small airplane. Anyway, this flight attendant had to turn sideways and she still bumped me with her booty. I was like, girl.
Oh,
and it wasn't a good booty. It wasn't like a J-Lo booty. It was a Lizzo booty. And I'm like, lady.
Oh. Frank says, exactly. I'm 6'3" and had to pay for a legroom. I don't complain, but lady. I don't know. I don't want to say this.
Exactly. Listen, if you want the room, you need to pay for a seat. And that goes for anybody. Like if you're tall or if you don't like people.
You know, like in Asia, to get a larger size of clothing, I don't know which country specifically. No, Vietnam. You pay more per size. The higher it goes. It's more material.
Yep.
It only makes sense. I'm a capitalist now, okay? You pay more if you're a bigger girl or boy.
Supplies.
The only thing I think you should penalize people is for foot size. Hi, Blabs!
Hi, Blabs! We were talking about
Blabs. We looked at booties yesterday.
I've seen Blabs in person. She got a booty.
She definitely got a booty. And look, we got another G&G. What?
Is it for your hair? I feel like it's for the hair.
Epic Mike. I'm gonna search this. Epic Mike OnlyFans. Are you serious?
Blabs heard the call. I feel like Mike has an OnlyFans for his hair, and then Beardo is gonna have an OnlyFans for his beard.
I can't find it. Well, I did just Google it. I didn't go on OnlyFans to actually look for.
I've seen the booty.
I see a Mike Davis on OnlyFans that says from 5 scenes to straight, gay, toys, orgies, gangbangs, and solo play. Mike, is that you? Are you Mike Davis?
Oh my God.
Oh, I wish I did, says Mike.
If you buy a kilt in Scotland, you pay more for bigger weight. Yeah, exactly. Because it's more fabric.
It's only
more
fair.
Supplies. It's more time to make. It's more, just more.
Yeah.
Just more. Somebody make an OnlyFans for Mike. Oh no.
Yeah. Please do.
$9.95.
Wow. That's catchphrase. $9.95 for a peek at the meek.
And he's gonna stop at 69 subs.
Yeah, 69 for 69. Oh, you can actually say that and mean it now.
Mike, if you ever do start an OnlyFans for your hair, you have to do $9.95 for a peek at the meek. That's gonna be your tagline.
Oh yeah, you have to.
Good night, John Thomas. I see you.
So Tug sent me a video.
This has nothing to do with what we were talking about, by the way.
No, absolutely nothing. So we have been talking a lot about, when you're dating, what women want, kind of the things that we look for. And it's kind of funny how even if you are a liberal woman, you look for a lot of conservative values in a man.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And this lady really encompasses that. I didn't watch the full video. I watched like a snippet. But the tweet says, liberal woman takes to social media to complain that she is no longer able to find a strong, masculine, and traditional man in America who is not a conservative. She does not want to compromise her values and needs your advice. So sad. Watch. Now, before I even watch this, a liberal man who is the liberal type of man that you generally talk to don't have masculine traits.
Right.
So good luck.
Yeah.
Is all I have to say to her.
All right. Listen, first of all, sidebar. Sean, yes. William Carlson for president. I don't want to hear no. I don't want to hear no, not from you guys, but in general, there's so many haters online talking about how childish Carlson was acting at the parade. Every single Super Bowl winner, Stanley Cup champion winner, sports winner in general has gotten absolutely schmammered. And don't come for William Carlson. One, he's Swedish. They know how to party. Two, kiss my grits. Okay, Carlson for president. Okay, I'm sorry.
No worries. No worries.
No, he's one of our players.
One of the saddest realizations I recently had was that as a liberal woman, it is really hard to find a man who is willing to play the more traditional masculine role in the relationship in today's day and age, who is not a conservative. A man who wants to pay on the first date, who wants to open your door, who has that want and desire to take care of you and to provide, who is not a conservative. And obviously, as a liberal woman, I do want to be respected for my independence. And I do want to have my own autonomy in the relationship and not be confined or conform to the traditional female homemaker, childbearing role. And most of the men that I've dated who do have that more natural provider masculinity about them are normally conservative. So
I don't know what to do, she says.
It's really sad. Okay, let me play the rest of it. I thought it was done. Sorry.
No,
we got a little more.
Don't really know what to do because I don't want to compromise my morals and values just to find a man. But am I asking to have my cake and eat it too?
Yes.
Yep.
You know what the best part about this is? So I sent you this video and I was like, we're going to get the tea. That girl went on private because she got so much backlash.
Well, and this is the thing that
I was like, damn it.
The way society has like unfolded, and I'm talking about the extremes of the sides, conservative, liberal, that when you have these values more on the liberal aspect, the type of men that are from there, they're more reliant on female. They're like, empower the female, let them do that. They end up switching roles, if anything.
Yeah.
So if you want someone to pay for the first date, you have been saying, I want this a 50-50 relationship. I want to be independent. I don't want to depend on you.
No.
Things like this. And you have to realize that means the dynamic in relationship is going to be different. You are taking on, as the red pill's basis, more masculine traits.
Yeah.
I hate saying that because I get why people need to do it nowadays, especially when you're single. You have to pay for things. You have to live. You have to survive.
Yep.
So it makes no sense to just twiddle my thumbs and wait.
Yeah.
So if you want to be a boss babe and be independent, the dating scene is going to be very different. The type of men you're dating are going to be very different. The pool of men that you want to date are going to be very small.
Yep.
And, we might get roasted when we're like, I want to date a guy that makes 50K. But really, I can live on 50K, okay?
Oh my God. It's so interesting to me because she's naming all these things. And then she's like, but I still want my independence and blah, blah, blah. And I don't want to be giving up. Well, listen, you can't remove a dog's testicles and then tell it to go bite somebody. Like, it's lost its drive. It has no prey drive anymore. It can't make puppies. Like, that's not, you can't do that. Like, so now you're asking these guys, you want these guys who have given up their manlyhood and they're chilling in your purse in there over there, and you want them to suddenly just put them back on? Like, no, that's not, you can't have it convenient. Either you want that or you don't. And if you're not willing to change your values, and not even necessarily political values, but I think that plays a part in it for most conservative or traditional thinking men, they usually lean toward a certain side. If you're not willing to put that aside or to do research in the opposite side and think, maybe can I live with this? And I saw screenshots because I tried to get more videos of her because I know I've seen it. She's gotten backlash from a lot of conservative and like blue collar men, for one, but some women in general that were just kind of like, are you hearing yourself? And she responded to a bunch of comments, but I can't get them. But she just flat out was kind of like, well, no, because I want to be this independent. I don't want to give away, and I don't want to just be known for, being a cash cow or a baby cow. I think is what she called herself, like something
A
like a
baby
baby cow.
cow. Oh, to be like a bearer of
Yeah, like
children.
a mother that's only known for like birthing babies or whatever and not having
But
any
that's
say.
like that's the funny thing is, like, when you say independence, we kind of have to define what this independence means. And I think a lot of people have a different definition of this. Now, it could be financial independence. It could be autonomy. If the thing where you breeding sow.
That's probably what she meant.
Probably. But do you want to, like, if you say, for example, you are in a relationship or married, if you want to go out, do you have to tell your person? Like, is that like a type of independence? But I don't think it's a type of independence per se. Like, if people say, I want to be able to do what I want, but at the same time, you have to respect your partner and confer with your partner, or at least tell them.
Yeah.
And if you don't care about their opinion, honey, I'm going out to a strip club with my guy friends. I'm not going to be okay with that if I had a wife. Like,
no, but a liberal man would be like, oh yeah, do you, boo-boo?
but that's like,
all I keep thinking of is Destiny, not to pick on him, but I'm picking on him a little bit. But that's the kind of guy. And the thing is these women aren't attracted to those guys. That's the crazy part, is they're like, well, I want somebody to respect my independence. Well, if you did, then you would be dating a liberal man, a liberal-minded man that thinks the same way you do politically, which is what you want. But you don't want those men because they can't make a decision for dinner or something so simple. Like if you're a wishy-washy and they go, you know what, we're getting tacos. And you're like, okay, they can't do those things. They can't make the big financial decisions. They can't say, you need to rein in, you're crazy, you're acting loony. They can't tell you that. They worship the ground you walk on, and you hate it. You hate it, which is why you're looking for the opposite, but you won't let yourself date that because you don't want to date a conservative man. In one of her reply videos, she was like, well, I think I could date like a moderate, politically wise. I could date a moderate man, like somebody who leans kind of in the middle. It's not quite fully liberal, not quite, politically wise, not fully Democrat, not fully Republican. She was like, but if they're full on the right, like there's no way. And I'm like, you're not going to find what you're looking for in the middle.
So here, this is exactly it. You can be in a relationship and actually do things on your own. She didn't get that memo. And that's the weird thing. It's like a lot of people think
by yourself.
Yeah. Mark was okay with it. Guess what? I have my location on. He can find me. He knows who I'm staying with. He was very happy. He was actually happy that I was staying with Kara and with MVP, because they were gonna take care of me.
Yeah.
It wasn't like even if I was by myself, he knew I would be with Gary or Garrett or Ryan, or Jeremy is not there, but one of those. Like they watch out. And I have to say, there was a moment, I won't say what exactly happened, but Gary went up to me and was like, hey, do you think that person's okay? And I'm like, I think so, but like, give it like a couple more minutes, and then if not, say something.
Yeah.
And he did. And it just made my heart just like be so happy, because it's like he watches out for everyone around us, and it would it's just good male attention, I guess. Good protectiveness, and that having that around made Mark feel happier, because he watches.
Well, and the thing is too, is like, you're there without your husband, but if Gary had come up to you and said, instead of saying, hey, do you think that person's okay? Well, I just want to keep an eye on him. He came up to you and he said, you need to get out of here right now. There's a situation. The difference between you and this girl is, okay, bye. Let me grab my drink or my purse. See ya. Whereas that girl will be like, well, why? What's going on?
I have trust in my friends, my family, because if Mark actually was uncomfortable with something, it would have to be pretty crazy, because I also don't go crazy either. He would say something. I hope, and same thing vice versa.
If Mark wasn't comfortable with you going without him, he would have told you, and you would have stayed home. And like, and Duke has told me, well, you can go do this, and I'm like, I'm not at the point where I want to, but I'm going to. Now this is different because it's his sister, but I am going to Washington at the beginning of July for his sister's bridal shower by myself, most likely, because he can't take the time off. So that's like a whole new one. Never really been to that area before. I don't know what I'm doing. Two, I'm meeting some of his family members for the first time. He's like, no, go fine. You're fine by yourself. I'm like, come on. It's weird because I was a big travel bug. You guys know this. I used to go by myself everywhere. And I'm like, but I want you to come with me.
Tugs is dating a Duke. No, this is his nickname, although he might be a Duke. We never know. This could be a Princess Mia Thermopolis moment.
Every now and then, both of us are like, so are you like secretly rich? Yes, Washington State.
Yeah. But getting back to the video, I think that it's funny that we've said this before, that a lot of people, and specifically women, like she said, want her cake and eat it too. We want to pick the best traits out of each side of a man in terms of this. And you're not gonna get everything. You have to learn how to compromise. You want this, but your values are a liberal. You want the more masculine traits that isn't a conservative man. But maybe you have to be more tolerant of his views politically. I also think it's crazy that people can't get in a relationship because of politics. Mark and I are not aligned in our politics, and yet we still function as a couple.
But I think too, in your specific case, you are not hardcore either way. You're a little bit more at least in my opinion, you're a little bit more in the middle, so you can see both sides to it. Yeah. Where I think if you were hardcore one way and he was hardcore the other way, that might not work out so well.
Maybe that's a very American thing, because
that's true too.
Maybe it's infected more of like the North Americas at this point, because obviously truckers and whatnot. But I'd say if you're in like the Europes or Asia, politics is not necessarily the end all be all of what a relationship, like all that stuff.
Yeah.
So no, Canada has both left and right. You just find the right is like the non-woke
They're
stuff,
there.
right?
They're there. They're just quiet.
It's in the no. We have F Trudeau flags flying all around and stickers. Like, it's so funny when I see them. I'm like, I die. But it's all in the country. It's not in the cities.
Oh, okay.
But the thing is, because the way you vote in Canada, it's not by population number. It's by ridings, which is your area. So if that riding, that area is red or blue or whatever is being voted in, that's one. So then you just go by area, and that's how. But there's more city areas than there is country areas typically. So that's what happens. Right, is not violent.
I've always wanted to be British, to be honest.
Yeah, but speaking of British stuff, let's get to this super chat. Ian So Forth for 50 British pounds. She is trying to have her cake and eat it, but not as much as the airplane.
Oh my God. Now I want cake.
I want cake now too. It's your fault, Ian. Thank you also, Ian, for the 50. That's a lot. Thank you. Proper British money. Ginger Adventures for $2. What wine the ladies got? I have a Argentinian Malbec. This is my value wine.
Is that the one that you said you made yourself, or is that all
They literally just pour yeast inside juice and I bottle it. They do it. I come like 8 weeks later and I bottle it, and it's like 100 Canadian dollars for 32 bottles.
If you lived out here, so there's a place here. Oh, but I'm drinking Bogle, Bogle, the Old Vine Zinfandel. It's their best. It's like $8 a bottle. It's the best. You can get it at Total Wine. There is a place out here in Vegas called Grape Expectations.
Oh, I love it.
It's a wine. Well, now they have their own little like winery, but you can pay. I don't remember how much it is, but it's a certain price, and you pick the grape. They tell you, like, you tell them what kind of wine you're interested in making and what your flavor notes are, dry, blah, blah, blah. And they help you pick your grape. You smush your grape in the barrel with the smushy things. You barrel it and you wait. It's like a year-long process. You like wait the certain months, then you unbarrel it, and then you at the very end of it, you get to bottle and cork it and come up with your own label. It's the coolest.
Oh,
if you guys lived out here, we would totally do it.
I mean, a year is a long time to wait for wine. 2 months.
Well, it's a total process. Like you start together, and then like it takes a couple months for it to ferment or whatever in the barrel, or to get the grapes, and then I don't remember now, but it's a whole process, and so it's really, really cool. But yeah.
Cavatano, this is a 750 ml bottle, just regular wine size bottle. You can bring any bottles you want, but I did buy them back then $1 per bottle, and I bring them and they wash it every time. I just have to make sure I wash the bottles before I store them again, just in case, because you can get mold.
Sorry, a wine press, yeah, not your feet,
Oh God, I would not want to drink my own feet juices.
I love Lucy. Where she's like,
oh my God, would they let me and I bottle wine and sell it to my OnlyFans people?
Yeah, I mean, you could do once you bottle it and do it, you can do whatever with it.
Yeah, you can drink my foot juice. Oh, I don't know about that.
Maybe I'll do it and do a poor choices.
Yes. Hey, if I ever come visit, just for an extra day, we'll make that
that would be so fun. Yeah, and then I can pick it up later, and we can do our logo on the wine label. We can give them away, or if like limited, we could sign them and do a limited edition.
Just to get, I wouldn't sell it; just give them away. It's probably the easiest. We can't technically sell wine.
That's true. That's true.
We don't. Yeah. And anyways, it's like a wedding, but
But it's cool. Yeah, the next time you come out here, we need to plan a day at least, or maybe 2 extra away from like all the Geeks Gamer stuff, and I'll take you around.
Oh my God, I saw that wine burst in Spain. It was very sad.
We got tagged in that.
Okay, so we do have a member message here. JS Pena, by the way, I just want to shout you out here. Member for 2 months. Or 4 months, sorry. Today is my birthday. JS Pena, cheers to you. Happy birthday. I'm not going to sing. I'm sorry.
Oh, my mega pint. This is my mega pint this evening. And thank you for my cup. Cheers, JS Pena.
Cheers. Happy birthday. Everyone say happy birthday in the chat to JS Pena. I hope you're still in the chat. Sorry if we were a little late on that. But it hasn't hit midnight yet, so.
Do I have essential red pizza oven? What? From Bogle?
Petite Serra.
Are you talking about from Bogle Family Vineyards, or just in general? Do I have all of those wines? Be more Pacific.
I don't know.
It is a chalice, and it lights up. For those of you who weren't here in the beginning, here, I'll do it for you again. Hold on.
Show me your lit stem.
It's literally the greatest thing ever.
I love it. I love it.
So much. Okay, wait, hold on. From Bogle, let me go back. I have not tried any of. I'm going to be fully honest with you, BB, and I've not tried any of the others. The Old Vine Zinfandel is my favorite.
We also have Andrew Matthews, member for 10 months. Does Mark have a wine pressing foot? Not a specific one.
His foot.
We should just get all his feet and do a video and just jump around with his feet. It would also be disgusting because some of them you can't clean very easily.
That's okay. You know what? As the grapes ferment, it kills all the germs. It's fine.
That's true. Alcohol is a disinfectant. So if you want my feet juice, it'll be disinfected feet juice.
Hannah says, "Happy birthday, JS. Have your cake and eat it."
Yes. Oh, eat it all. Eat all the cake. What's your favorite cake, by the way? Ooh, Tugs, what is your favorite cake?
My favorite cake? Ooh, I don't know. I like cupcakes better than cake. If I had to pick a cake, probably marble.
Marble. Interesting.
Yeah.
So my favorite cake is chocolate mousse.
Ooh, that's good.
My favorite cupcake. I prefer cupcakes too because of the size, and I can just remove as much cream as I want. Wow, that sounded weird. Red velvet. But that's the thing. There's too much cream on the cupcakes or cakes sometimes these days. That's why I like mousse.
cupcakes. Fun fact. That was the wedding I met Duke at. The bride did cupcakes instead of a wedding cake. Like she and the groom had like a little wedding cake that they cut for the cutting ceremony, but for the rest of us, we didn't get cake. We got cupcakes. It was cool. I like that idea a lot, actually. But I eat my cupcakes. I take the bottom off
and then sandwich it.
and sandwich it.
Yeah. So what we did at our wedding was I don't know if we actually did this, but I planned to do this, but our wedding was so small. The first time I was planning a wedding, we we did regular cupcakes, a cake, and mini cupcakes because I found most girls actually only wanted to eat the mini cupcakes. They wanted a little bit, but not too much. And so we actually ordered we were going to order 90 mini cupcakes, like 30 cupcakes, and the one cake. And it was still cheaper than a regular cake.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do cupcakes for my wedding.
Do it. And don't let Mark cut your cake. I mean, you're supposed to cut your cake anyway, but he just goes.
Best cake I ever got was Pies Unlimited. Yes. I wonder if they're still open.
I want to try that.
I like Pies Unlimited. That place is good.
I love cake. I mean, I'm not going to eat cake every day, although it looks like I eat cake every day, but you know.
You're right. You know what, Rachel? I didn't even think about
strawberry sauce.
Yeah.
Oh, that does sound good.
Yep.
Earlier in chat, I was like, I need you guys to speak sexy to me. Things like cheesecake, chicken wings, ribs.
Sprinkles cake are good. Yeah,
Tell me all the foods.
Rachel, you make a good point. Yeah, angel food cake. And then if I'm getting a regular normal cake, like a sheet cake or something, I like marble personally because I don't like too much vanilla and I don't like too much chocolate. It's like a good balance.
Yeah. Does Mark have a serving leg? Well, one he serves me every night. I'm kidding. Or maybe not. I don't know.
You guys have unlocked Dirty X-Ray Girl. What happened on that wine and paint stream? Oh my god.
I'm like 3 glasses deep, okay? It's okay. I'm okay to love my husband, right? That's the thing. That's what we want.
Listen, my man doesn't have a fake leg, but he does have a third leg. So there we go. Oh man, if only Andrew from Single Mindset was here right now, he'd be like, what the heck?
Yeah, I'm glad he's not. Because, by the way, guys, Andrew couldn't come on today because he overbooked himself. And if he was, he was on the Critics Court, he would have only had 3 hours of sleep. So I get it. Yeah. I get it.
Listen. Yeah, that was his grown-up excuse. But as I found out on stream yesterday, he had 100,000 subs. And so he had a big party.
Oh, he's hungover.
Equivalent to his night that started 7 p.m. He said he was going to be drinking and he had to be on at 1 a.m. his time to Chris Gore's show. Or Frank Gore's show, that show, whatever Chris is doing.
Critics Court, yeah.
That one, yeah. And he was like, and I'm supposed to dress up like a lawyer. And he goes, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be drunk. And I was like, you're going to abandon us for drunken shenanigans? I'm so proud of you.
Hey, you know what? I get it. Trust me. I'm
so proud.
I'm not hating on that. I love him. No. We will talk to him. He's booked in 2 weeks. So
yes. And he did. I haven't watched the stream. It was 5 a.m. my time. I didn't watch it. But if you did watch it, Smooth says he partied. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was gonna go party hardy. So congratulations.
He seems like the type. The funny part is I think he's older than us.
Yes.
37, 38, maybe.
Yes, I would say yeah. He's talking a little bit. I think he might even be 40. I could be wrong, but the way he was talking last night, I was like, maybe he is 40.
Yeah, and what's funny is we know guys can enter relationships at any time, realistically speaking. Was it Al Pacino? I think Al Pacino.
Oh
recently.
My god, he's gonna be a dad again. Congratulations.
At 80 or something. Ooh. But anyways, he can be any age and still be a kid. A lot of men, except for Gary. He's my grandpa. No, father. What did I say, grandpa? He's like my dad. He's like my dad. Wait, what?
No.
Darian Murphy for 199 says Andrew missed Critics Court too. Oh no. Oh no. Okay.
No.
Well, that happened.
Oh no, Andrew!
Whoopsies! You partied too hard. Maybe he is too old for partying.
Those Thai people, they were like, "Listen, we're gonna go party."
Speaking of old people, I'm kidding. By the way, it's not you, Ginger. It's I'm talking about Az. Ginger Adventures for $2 says watch Az's breakdown of the bouquet. Throw best.
Yeah,
we're women. We're not gonna throw.
Really makes it. The accent's my favorite on that one.
He's just like, women can't throw. We're not gonna know.
Catch, okay?
Melanie can definitely catch. Oh dang! I can't believe that he didn't get there. He missed the court. You know what? He hasn't been in a real court in so long, probably. Oh no. Darren Murphy for another $1.99. Sorry, we'll get to the other super chats. Sorry, this is just very pertinent at this moment. Jeremy was on Critics Court by himself. Was it funny to watch Jeremy support himself?
Poor Frank Gore, I tell you.
Oh no. Smoo, you're younger than me. Shut up. He's saying I'm old.
Are we having an age off in the chat right now?
I think we are.
Did you see Melanie's photo
Which
of
one?
her at 26 and then her now at 36? Did you see that?
Not much has changed. She's gotten a little thinner, actually.
Aging in reverse. I swear to God.
She's a little Benjamin Button, that one.
Lord Jesus, take the wheel.
That's what butter does to you, allegedly.
That's the butter. Yeah.
Smoo, you're younger than me. You're not that old. I'm not that old. I joke I'm old, but I'm not old.
I got to start aging in reverse. I need more butter in my life.
Yeah.
It's the butters, the Hokies. Yeah.
Mike has bad knees for $2. Says, I love when white women come to my rescue.
You're welcome.
Do you feel like white women need to come to your rescue? Mike has bad knees. That's the other thing. It's like, do you really need that? Like, I feel like you're you look like a strong man in your photo. Thank you for having a photo. By the way. I mean, your name says you have bad knees, so maybe you need a white woman to save you. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna go to hell for that. Darren Murphy for $4.99 says, yeah, Jeremy was good. The defense called Andrew out for missing.
What is okay? It's the critics' court. So like one has one side and one has the other. What was the topic?
Star Wars is on trial.
Oh, so was Andrew against Star Wars?
No, he was persecuting it. Prosecuting
So then,
it.
he was against Star Wars, and Jeremy was defending it.
No, Jeremy was probably prosecuting as well, and there's other people that were being the defense for Star Wars.
Oh,
yeah. I think you have to watch it to kind of get a better idea. Okay. I'm not a court person per se.
That was interesting. Wait, Jeremy, like D-Day Cobra, Jeremy?
Yes.
Being against Star Wars?
No, prosecuting it for sucking. Yeah.
I'm so confused.
Yeah, I think you have to watch
Disney
it to understand.
Wait. Disney's on trial? Oh, Disney was on trial for murdering.
Thank you, chat. Clearly, I don't know what's going on.
So lost.
For the murder. Okay. For the murder. Speaking of murder, my name has totally changed. So I have a party name now, Tugs. I was talking with Chris. His party name is Frank Gore. That's when he drinks. And mine is now officially, as Eric K says, for $2, triple X-ray girl.
Yeah. What is mine?
Oh, chat. Please drop in the chat the name for Tugs when she is drunk.
Party name. Okay, Rachel, I love you. Okay, but your shoulders feel 83 because you got those
boobas.
We all seen them. Okay, it's distracting. That's why. Okay.
And to Mrs. Duchess. I'm liking that.
Is that my party name now, or is that my royalty name? Is that my rant name? I don't know.
Tugs
I like
it fun. Tug it out. No. Oh my God! This is perfect. perfect. That chug life.
That's Chug Life. Oh, that's probably more accurate.
That is perfect.
That's
Chugs.
Oh my God, Tara.
No.
This used to be, listen, no, this used to be way back in the day for my OG people who were here in 2019, early 2020. This was my ship name with Drunk 3PO was Drunk. we got shipped together very long time ago. He loves to talk about it. Hates it. But this was our ship name was Drugs.
I think Chugs is gonna be your thing, or Miss Vegas. Twist and Tugs.
I like Chug Life. I think that
one. Chug Life. That Chug Life.
Yes, for really. Chugs. I promise. People used to. I have the memes. I have a lot of the memes still. People made for us.
Love it. I love it. Eric K for another $5 says, if anyone was shady or got too handsy with X-Rare Tugs, I would rip their arms and beat them with it. Oh, I would hope you put them up their butts. But beating them is fine. Eric K, I believe you. Honestly.
The FBI agent that's listening, that was a joke.
It was a joke.
Schwalbach. Hi, Jay Schwalbach.
Hi, Jay Schwalbach. By the way, Jay Schwalbach, I did see you did make a donation without a message. $49.79. Thank you so much on the Streamlabs. Much love to you.
You said chug the wine glass? Okay.
Oh, and then there's another one here. Is there two? Did I see two?
Don't look at me.
One from earlier, from like this morning. Or is it the same one? I don't know. $49.79. We're gonna say it's the same one. Just wanted to throw in that airplanes used fuel based on weight. The heavier the cargo or people, the higher the cost. That's
exactly
one of the reasons airlines wanted small, petite girls. Plane tickets should really be a flat fee plus dollars per pound. Maddie's no like.
That's what I don't understand. Like that woman we've circled back. Thank you, Jay Schwalbach. We've now circled completely backwards. That woman who wants the airplane, like you literally weigh like 3 suitcases worth. Hello?
That's why you have to pay for the extra premium if it's over 50 pounds.
Yeah. You are literally 3 suitcases. Well, okay, maybe more. I'm being nice, but still, my point is, no, come on.
Yeah.
4 suitcases? I'm bad at math. I don't know.
Well, it depends on how much she weighs. I don't remember how much she weighs or if she even stated how much she weighs.
I don't know if she stated it. I'm just going off by her looking, and I put her at least 300. That would be my guess, 300.
It was a long time ago. Depends on her height. So I'm one of those people who are suspiciously good at doing those weight guesses.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
I wouldn't do it like at a carnival because I think that's like, there's a carnival in like Toronto that does that. And you have to be within 5 pounds in order to like beat them. So 30. Wow, 30 is a lot.
Is that right? I don't know about the math. I'm going to trust you on that. I'm terrible at math.
Okay, we have Highlander in the chat. Where is it? As a fat guy, I'll pay more if the seat fits me. There we go. Also, like you might not even fit like the 2 seats, so you'll have like a little extra room too. And those armrests do go up. The only thing that I would find very weird because Air Canada has it now, where it's the video is in front of you on the seat in front of you. Yeah, it would hurt to crank my neck. Now that's just the old lady in me talking because I don't like being like this the entire time.
Also, I don't want your fat touching me. Go away. Ian says, I'm not going to be the one to tell Chris Hemsworth that he has to pay more for it.
No, he has to pay more. He's going to at least fly first class.
Chris Hemsworth has a private jet, I'm sure.
Maybe a private jet. Yeah. If he works it correctly, he'll have a private jet.
Hey, we love Chris Hemsworth here. We do love Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah. I just, it's one of those things like I once risked it to be in the middle seat and I was in between one person that was a little bigger and a person who was like a freaking Dorito, Mr. Dorito here with his arms. I was like this. Yeah, I'm just existing here. This is so awkward. Luckily enough, we were at the front row, so I had leg room, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough.
I would have sat on the floor. The seatbelt sign's off. I'm sitting on the floor.
Oh, it's uncomfortable. And like, I don't know you well enough, so I don't want to rub my arms on you out of like respect to you and myself. So this is my emotional support gut. Do you like holding it? I have to say, when I was walking around with Melanie at the Comic-Con, she bought a little pochita, like a stuffed animal. It's like this like cute little chainsaw with a nose, like stuffed animal. And she was using it as like a little crutch almost. So she kept on like hugging it while she were walking around. And I'm like, I'm feeling comfortable. I want one of those too. I need a crutch
so bad. I think that's the saddest part about me missing it on missing out on Dallas and Christy's wedding was not meeting Melanie in person. I would probably hug her.
You would have loved her. I loved her so much. Like we got to actually chat a lot, and yeah, a lot of respect for that girl.
On the show.
We will. For the next 2 weeks, we do have guests booked, so we'll work on the next one. Work on the next one. Anyways, so that woman, conservative, liberal, it makes me sad that women don't understand. You can't just take all the good. You have to take the good with the bad.
I mean, you have to relinquish. You have to relinquish something to get what you want. Epic Mike is still here. He likes eating. So do I. It's okay.
Me too. Me too.
So speaking of, I have salmon for dinner tonight.
Speaking of marriages, I love salmon, by the way. This is
Lord Jesus.
I saw this and I had to read it. So we're gonna read this.
This better not be. Is this the same woman that divorced her husband who had cancer and then ran a half marathon in his honor?
I don't know about the half marathon, but
okay, never mind. That woman can go straight to Hades. Okay. I don't know if you guys heard about that, but the short version is her husband got cancer and she couldn't take it. Similar to these reasons. Oh, it's just so depressing. Me. And she divorced him. And then he went into remission like a year later. He's fine now. And she's running a marathon or a half marathon in honor of him with a charity that donates money in the same cancer that he had. And like a true shrimp, he supports her. I'm like, what?
Okay, no, he this is not the same. This is not the same. Thank God, because this is the one thing that always gets me. I divorced my husband. He wallowed in self-pity and killed my vibe. So I was really curious on what she meant by this. Go away. A woman has opened up about why she divorced her dying husband, saying his 5-year cancer battle took a toll on their marriage as he wallowed in self-pity. Yana Fry, 40, wed her late husband when she was 22 years old and dreamed of starting a family with him. But the bride's dreams were soon dashed when her husband, then 37, was diagnosed with testicular cancer. Fry told caterers, "We couldn't really think about our future. How can you plan for your future as a newly married couple when you're struggling about something like cancer?" Is this a statement you really want to go by? Is this
but time out. Are we supposed to be seeing this article? Because we're not.
Oh, whoops. Okay. I'll share it.
I'm seeing the Twitter post.
I might have opened the article in a new tab. Sorry.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
How can you plan for your future as a newly married couple when you're struggling with something like cancer? Okay, wait. So what's the timeline here? They got married and then like a month later? Late husband.
So he did pass away.
Oh my God.
Eventually. But I don't know how old the husband was when they got married.
Oh, 37. So, okay. So it was probably pretty quickly after that. Okay. All right. Here we go.
Okay. Sorry. So this is the one thing that I hate is that line when you get married. In sickness and in health.
Hello. Now listen, cancer's not easy. Duke, you guys know Duke's passed. His wife passed. He had a wife. She passed of cancer a few years ago. It's awful. It's awful. It's not easy. And the stories he tells me, I can't imagine going through that. Like that would break me. And he's so strong. But to divorce? No.
Well, the weird thing is, I've said this on other streams before too. The partner, the spouse, the family do not get enough attention. I understand that completely. There is a lot of emotions that go towards the person experiencing whatever they're experiencing. Not to take away from that person at all, but to be supportive, understanding, take care. I understand that can be draining. And I always like acknowledging that because they appreciate that. But even if you're not appreciated by your person, by your family, I don't think that's a grounds to leave your husband because that is so selfish.
No, yeah.
But any case, we could continue reading. People react in one of two ways to critical illnesses. I've seen it over and over, she continued. I wonder if she's a nurse or something. The first type was how my husband, unfortunately, was. The people who drown in self-pity. The second type of people are those who are instead concerned with everyone around them.
I mean, I don't work in medical field, so you would know more than me. But I imagine there's probably two reactions. I don't know that I would go with these ones personally if you were to ask me. But again, I'm not in medical, so I have no clue what that would be. But here's my other thing too, and sympathy on her part. He's a man who just got married, doesn't have a family yet, and he gets the worst cancer a man could get, egotistically wise, is testicular.
Okay, yes,
right?
I can understand. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Of course he's gonna be self-pity. I would be too.
That
just
is
like women, we get that way about breast cancer.
That is your manhood.
Yeah, this is our womanhood. Same thing. Hello, lady. Come on. Oh, I can't.
I feel so bad in the sense, like, she says the type that my husband was, unfortunately, was in self-pity. Like, are you so selfish that you think that's unfortunate?
Right. Why
yeah, you could die from cancer like this. And so it just it irks me that people have this opinion.
I mean, at least she blurred his face out. Kudos.
Yeah. That might have been the article, to be fair. Well, unfortunately, you can't get his consent. So I get it. Fry, who was living in New York City with her husband, said no one was worried about how she was doing during the difficult time. I don't believe her on that. I'm sure
I don't know that I believe her either. Now, I don't know, again, New York City, maybe, because I have heard people, friends and family that I know that have had people who are sick and have been I've gotten both of that stories. I've gotten whereas like they were really attentive to, obviously, their patient and their whatever, but nobody offered me like, how do I handle this as a spouse? How do I handle this as a daughter? How do I handle this as a whatever? So I can maybe see that, but I don't know that it's no one.
I don't think it was no one. People ask, how are you and your husband doing? And then she assumes that it means her husband.
Right. Yeah. I don't know that I believe that part. I could see that where like the hustle and bustle of it all, maybe. But I don't. Because I've heard both sides from different people. So I get maybe it depends on the doctor you go to.
Well, doctors don't have the best bedside manner sometimes. So, we saw different kinds of doctors. Not a single person ever offered me help, she bemoaned. They never asked, do you need a support system? Are you part of a counseling group? I can believe this part here. Do you need this? But I don't think offering any help was a thing.
I don't believe the first part. I can see just modern medicine in general is so chaotic. Do you need a support system? Like I can see people not asking that, but that's up to you as the spouse who is, or whoever who is the functioning person at some point to be like, there's got to be a group somewhere that I can, at the very minimum, you're going to go on Facebook.
You're on the internet.
Yeah.
You can find things.
Support group. Anywhere? No.
And like she's a very pretty woman. So maybe she just is used to having the attention. I don't know. I don't make judgments on that, but like, hey, she's sounding very me right now.
Okay, wait, go back up. Fry, wait, the photo caption down. There you go. Whatever her name is, Fry, 40, wed her late husband when she was 22. And dream of starting a family with him. Then if you keep scrolling down, it says 5 years with treatments. So 22, 28. Let's say he died about when she was, and we'll find out for sure. But let me guess here. and say he probably died around the 5-year mark, maybe a little later. If he's lucky, he lived longer. I mean, God bless him. But now she's 40 and she's coming forward with this story. It's been 22, 32, 18 years.
Yeah.
Why? What do you gain from this? Bad mouthing your husband who's been dead for 18 years at a minimum. What? Ew, I don't like her.
Frank says, why not ask for help? This is actually factual. Like when you are dealing with doctors, you actually need to take your healthcare sometimes into your own hands, even if it's not necessarily you specifically that is getting the care. Maybe you do need help, and that recognizing it and taking it into your own hands to have the power of that is more powerful than you can think of, because most people do not know how to speak when they're in healthcare. When you're taking you're just being like, I'm told what to do, and okay. But have questions. And yes, everyone, I agree with you. She wants the attention. Absolutely.
Coming forward for what? 18 years later. And of course, I'm assuming he died around that same point. We will find out, I'm sure. But
yeah.
What? Why? Even if it was a few years later, why now? Why are you going? And then this is what, the New York Post?
I think this is a pretty gross article for them to write, but I just wanted to highlight this only because of the till death do us part and the in sickness and health.
I have so many questions.
Yep. So Fry's husband continued treatment for his cancer, but the disease only worsened. I was hoping for the best with my ex-husband's cancer, but then years went by and I started to lose hope, she recalled. It was 5 years with all the treatments, and it started to change the dynamic within our relationship. I guess that's
not easy. Okay, it's not.
It's not supposed to be easy, but that's the thing, is like, you go into a relationship, you're both healthy. Things are going to happen, things you don't want to happen, things that are, are normal. Maybe only normal stuff will happen, and you're going to be very lucky for that. But like, even if like they had kids, what if the kids had diseases? What if the kids were born with something that wasn't easy to live with? What if the kids was born and was in the NICU for 3 months? Like, things like this are going to put a lot of pressure in a relationship. And what are you going to do? It's about me. When it's about the kid, if she had a kid with Down syndrome, I don't think she would handle it very well, just based on this.
Oh yeah.
And I don't want to, promote anything in terms of like the abortion or all that. We're not talking about that. But I just don't think that she can handle any type of medical issue.
Yeah.
So it's a very unfortunate. Wow. D-Day, you're so
I mean, it's possible.
Who knows?
There's a lot of
probably
cases, yeah.
To look for attention, who knows?
It's not easy. And I understand where she's coming from about how hard it is. I mean, I've never been in that situation, but I can only imagine. And hearing what Duke has told me, like, I can only imagine, like, you just watching this person wither away, and there's nothing you can do. You cannot help them other than what you can do medically. You know what I mean? Science wise, there's nothing else you can do, and it's just all in God's hands, the universe's hands, whoever's hands you want to put it in. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you do. You just have to sit back and watch it happen. That takes a toll on you. That takes a toll on them. Like, it's awful, especially as a man. Oh my God, I can't.
And feeling so helpless, like, it sucks. It really does suck. And I mean, it just sounds like she couldn't handle the actual part of her vows.
A life coaching business. Grant says, pretty sure she's telling her story to promote her life coaching business. I don't know if Grant was the only one that says this, but I saw this in a couple. Yeah. Let's see if you're right. I
would not want to go to her for life coaching after knowing what she did to her ex-husband. So it wasn't until the 5th year that I started to think about leaving. I think it was before that. But I felt like I couldn't say anything. When someone is dying next to you, you feel like you can't talk about your own well-being because you compare it to their suffering. Fry says she was motivated to finally leave her sickly spouse after a friend took her own life. Well, excuse me.
There's a lot to unpack here.
What does that mean? It was my first funeral, and it was very shocking. Fry explained to her pal's pal's unexpected suicide. In my mind at the time, suicide became an option, even though I never considered that before. I was in such a bad state. It was clear to me that if I didn't save myself, I was probably going to going to die, she dramatically added.
Oh my lord.
I'm sure she says that leaving her husband was the best thing she could do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. I can't believe she said that. Fry subsequently filed for divorce from her husband, leaving him stunned. His main focus was more and more so about him. Well, yeah.
Oh my.
There's many people in the world that I wish this on, but she deserves a lot of bad things.
Okay. Anyway.
Wow. Sorry, that line just hit me. So I think we're both shocked here.
I have no words.
That's despicable.
I have 0 words. I have 0 words.
He's trying to survive a disease. Of course he'll be focused on himself. There's nothing else but that on his mind. Maybe if you knew him well enough, there's a way to distract him, to do things with him, to help him cope. Maybe put on a show.
I am a firm believer that your environment around you, when you have a disease like that or something happened to you like that, it helps on whether or not you become a victim or you persevere. And there is my favorite example is Patrick Swayze. He had pancreatic cancer that
that's a bad one.
killed him within a few years. That man lived 10 years. 10
Wow,
years.
That's actually shocking.
Yes, before he finally succumbed to it. Now, he was up and down, but he had an environment around him. His wife was so dedicated and so loving. His family supported him, blah, 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 blah. They kept him going. So if you have somebody in your life that you get an illness or something bad happens to you in general, not even this dramatic, but something bad happens to you and they just, oh, well, that's it. That's the end. It's over, blah, blah, blah. Life sucks. And of course you're going to deteriorate and get worse. And oh my gosh, this poor man.
It just shocks me. I mean, I read the first couple lines because I was like, oh, this will be a good article. I didn't read all of it.
Yes, James. Michael J. Fox only just started showing symptoms of his Parkinson's, maybe 10 years ago? And he's had it almost not his whole life, but his whole adult life pretty much. He got it pretty young. Yeah. If I remember right. I could be wrong. But she is so, oh my gosh, she's amazing. And he talks about her all the time. She's the reason he's still fighting and still wanting to do research and still anyway, whatever. I'm sorry, I'm done.
No. I think this chat is really good because your family, your support system is going to make the difference in your life. Because even if if we want to go into non-Western medicine, mind-body connection is very important sometimes when it comes to outcome of diseases. Now, you can't beat science all the time, but if you have a more positive outlook, have more oxytocin and happiness in your life, it can help slow things down, make you more positive. So having this type of attitude that this girl is having in her marriage to a sick husband, it hurts me for him because I mean, we know he dies in the end, obviously. And
I hope he didn't die alone. Oh my God.
Well, we'll find out, I guess.
We'll find out. This is crazy. Yeah, and this is Grant. Absolutely. It's important to talk about what marriage is supposed to be in the bad times. They obviously did not have that conversation.
No. And one thing I will say about Mark is that I know he's been through bad times. I know what he's going to be like. And hey, he may still be experiencing things, and we do surround our lives a lot around his leg appointments.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to be like, oh.
It's always about Mark and his stupid leg. Oh my
God. This is my turnaround. Oh my God, you get so many days off because of your leg. That's
right?
Awesome. This is vacation. Free vacation.
The appointment's at 11. You'll be out by noon. So he gets up Party!
Or like he's lucky. So this week he got his injections. He gets to play Final Fantasy at midnight. He wouldn't have been able to do it if he was working.
Yeah.
So lucky freaking I'll be asleep. So anyways, the article again. At the beginning of his treatment, he was still checking on me, but he felt even more pity for himself because of the divorce.
Yeah.
Wow. What a surprise. I would pity myself if someone asked me for divorce. So I guess this is her doing the life coaching. 3 M's of success.
Grant,
apparently it's not marriage for her.
I bet it's me or myself, and some things I don't know what the other two could be, but Grant, you win, Grant. Well done, Grant.
Me. That's the M's of success. So she said, I can't say that he was hugely supportive. She further admitted of her decision to end their union. But what was even harder was the reaction of society, which I didn't expect. What a surprise there. Fry says people sent her horrible messages that her husband's family was disappointed.
Oh, gee. Weird.
I wonder why.
Oh, my gosh.
What?
Keep going. You'll get there.
People were in pain and they wanted to blame someone, she explained. Fry says she and her husband subsequently stopped speaking. No surprise there. He ended up remarrying.
Oh, good for him.
Oh, good. I'm glad he found love. Probably better love than
you know what?
her.
Kudos to the new widow, because I mean, she got everything and this witch didn't. I mean, I know you would rather have your husband. You get what I'm saying though.
Before he passed away 2 years later, I actually found out on Facebook that he passed away. There was a picture of him with a common friend and it said, "Rest in peace." My first reaction, what? You must be joking. Someone would have called me and told me.
Why?
You're so selfish that you would have expected someone, his family, who obviously don't like you because they were disappointed in your actions, to tell you. No, you do not deserve that.
No. Why would they call you? Why? And
again, it's
why?
all about me. Why didn't they tell me? They should have told me. He's my ex-husband. Oh my God, girl, give me a break.
This cancer guy got more game than me. You know what? Shout out to the second wife, honestly, for knowing he had cancer, knowing it was a very strong possibility that he could die, and she married and fell in love with him anyway. Kudos. Absolutely kudos. I don't know that I could do that, but kudos.
It's really hard. She came in knowing things, I'm sure, and hey, it's tough. It's a uphill battle. But obviously, he was a very positive person compared to his ex-wife. Fry has since moved to Singapore and works as a life coach. Okay. She has also remarried. Interesting. Yeah. She says she has no regrets about leaving her dying husband, but admits she spent years in therapy trying to work through her complicated emotions. I feel we, especially women, are just usually brought up is the mentality to serve others. But when you go against it, you learn a lot about resilience and self-awareness, Fry declared. Ooh.
Please go to the comments. Click that 769. I'm pretty sure that's comments. Clicky and see. We got to go to the comments. I have to.
Let me read the rest and then we'll go there. Okay. I had to have years of therapy to learn that I'm not a horrible person for making the decision I did. She said she holds
therapist. Oh my
no God. Bad feelings towards her late ex-husband despite their difficult marriage, stating, "I was so happy and so thrilled that he got remarried before the end. I genuinely hope that they had a beautiful life together."
Oh yeah, real beautiful. Yeah, it was just as beautiful as the life you had together. So weird.
Probably more beautiful.
Kid. We see you, lady. Hello.
Okay, so let's read some of these. My aunt passed from degenerative disease, similar to ALS. My uncle cared for her day and night, but the end of her last year, she was bedridden and couldn't even blink. My uncle was by her side for every minute. He is a saint. I revere him. Oh, see, this is the type of stuff. Like I told Mark, I'm like, I'm the best type of person for you. Not like me personally, but like what I did as a job, because I will know what to do. I can help you. And it's not super weird. I know he likes his independence, but hey, Like, I don't think a normal person could care for him as it gets more difficult. Hopefully, it doesn't get difficult. What is this?
Pookie says, "Wow, I stayed with my dying," or comments again. "I stayed with my dying and difficult spouse until the end. It was tempting to leave because he didn't make things easy on me, and staying married cost me plenty of money. But I'm not sorry I stayed, and now I'm able to do what I want with zero guilt. I made a commitment and I honored it."
And that's true. That is what you do when you get married. You might not like it. I'm sure most people don't. I'm sure, like, even in the previous comment, the uncle wasn't loving it, but that's who you loved, who you made a commitment with.
You made a commitment to. Oh my God.
So
it's not easy. It's not. And I say this, of course, as somebody who's never been in the situation. But again, hearing stories from the man that I spend every day with, it's not fun. It's not easy. You have to deal with family and like all this craziness, and it's just wild.
Mm-hmm. It just sucks reading stuff like that, and you're just like, this woman couldn't handle, like, people can come out of testicular cancer, might not be able to have kids, but you can.
But adoption is there. Yep.
Yeah, maybe that's part of why she left, but I don't know why she didn't state it if that was a big thing for her. Michael C. 10 years ago, I nearly died from a motorcycle crash. I'm still having health issues today. My absolutely beautiful wife is the reason I made it as far as I have in my recovery. She keeps me from wallowing in my own self-pity and motivates me. I'm sure she knows that she is loved and appreciated. So this is a seeking sympathy and compassion for her divorcing her terminally ill husband. Sorry, nope. She gave an oath and then broke her oath.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She could have tried to break him out of that self-pity. Everybody goes through it. When bad stuff happens, not even as bad as this, but like, you're just having a bad day. We get self-pity. Oh, what was me? Blah, blah, blah. And we have to pull ourselves out. And that is your partner's job. And you, for your partner backwards, like, hey, snap out of it. Like, it's going to be okay. Like, come on, let's go. And
yeah. And it could be even as, it's not as simple, but like in terms of like simplicity against health issues, losing your job. You could get laid off. You could get fired, and for whatever reason, but that is something that a lot of people face in their life. So not only in sickness and health, I'm trying to think of the rest of the vows, but you're supposed to, we'll use MLD's word, endure the relationship, so that to make it across to the other side, you're enduring the hard times.
One time I agree with MLD as such endure. I agree with the endure man here.
Yeah, because like this is actually like one of the hard times. Like, what's not going to be perfect all the time, and that's okay. Like, it's not going to be easy. And if you're the sole breadwinner and you're not able to make money, that is stressful. But how you make it through that is going to make your relationship that much stronger. Oh yeah, for rich or poor. There we go. Thank you.
And yeah, for richer or poorer.
Unless you're talking about us, poor choices. Endure us. Oh, is there anything else that's good in the comments?
Well, there's like 700 comments. I just wanted to see what they were saying. Hi.
She is probably more of the selfish type. The reality is she was horribly unhappy. She wasn't going to be of much help to him. Not everyone is cut out to be the selfless spouse. So she probably did the right thing. She found someone who is more of a caretaker type of person to be with him in the end. And I'm sure was better off for it. There really is no such thing as unconditional love on earth except the love of a very devoted parent, especially mothers toward their children. Do you believe that part?
I mean, NYC Dazzler makes a point, but the replier also makes a point. That all may be true, but why advertise it?
Because of her job. Absolutely, because of her job.
Narcissistic salute is what she is.
Yeah. There are two kinds of people in the world, those who get this and have some peace within themselves, and those who run around entertaining the fairy tale that someone out there will unconditionally love them, other than their mother, if they were fortunate. And
I
God
do
rest in peace.
That dogs and
unconditional
mothers
love
are probably the
dogs and
only
mothers.
true unconditional love out there. I mean, in a true, I'm going to switch gears. In a true crime perspective, you know, the Gabby Petito missing case that was
Oh, that was
popular
really
last
sad.
year, that mother defended her son. And I still think that she knew and she let him go. Like, she covered for him. That's unconditional love. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And bad in that situation, but that's unconditional love. And dogs are the only other.
Yep.
That's it. I even will say animals in general for the most part, but dogs for sure. Those are the only true unconditional love because everything has a condition to it. It's not necessarily bad. It doesn't mean it's a bad thing, but there are conditions, you know, but that's why we choose to love the person anyway through those conditions. So
I don't think people are necessarily okay. I'm not replacing people with pets necessarily. What our children's status are, you know, you'll find out one day. But I think one of the things that, and I will protect a lot of women who do this, is whether you have a child or not, that's between you and your husband. Because there could be varying things. Maybe you're trying, maybe it's not working, maybe you don't want to at the moment because of extraneous circumstances. So I do get why a lot of people get upset about it. I'm not going to get upset about it if you keep asking me if I'm pregnant or saying I'm pregnant. But it's one of those things that, like,
baby cyborgs.
I know. But I personally am not replacing pets with people. Mark loves the pets. He got a pet for my pet. Okay. And then we got another pet for that pet once Harley passed. So we love
Listen, no, you don't. Because you like pizza and you love pizza, but there are conditions. And those conditions may be no pineapple. Those conditions may be no anchovies. Those conditions may be it has to be hand tossed. Don't stop it. Yes, you do.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
What if your husband is your pet? Oh no.
Steven, sounds like you got a good one. Sounds like you got a good one. I've been married 24 years. Of that, I've been disabled totally and permanently for 19 years. My wife stood by me the entire time. Sounds like a gem. And you have puppies in your picture.
Puppies. Is that a oh gosh, what are the long nosed dogs?
What kind of dog is that, Steven?
Yeah.
I pet my husband every night.
You pet your husband or his third leg?
I mean, that's part of my husband.
No pineapple. Why were we talking about Pan Am? You know, I don't remember what started
the flight and the bigger ladies.
Oh, the flight attendants. Yeah. And how the bigger lady wanted flights to adapt to her size. Talking about Pan Am and growing up in the 90s and how much bigger planes were even in the 90s.
Exactly. So I have another clip here. We can watch this. This was on
Value. Depressing? Jeez. We've lost like 30 viewers.
What? It was too depressing. We're gonna Melina's very pretty, so we can watch this. So this was on Valuetainment. I don't remember what this is about. I bookmarked it because I think this will be probably an interesting conversation.
A lot of men don't care about women being good in bed at all. But women care about men being good in bed. That's the point. It's only because men care about the status of women. That's what it is. And it's just nice to say that you've a lot of people. That's what it seems like only men care about. Absolutely.
Since the beginning of time, men have preferred versions. Men prefer women.
But that means you don't like sex in that case. You only like the status of having sex with a lot of people. If she's a virgin, she's clearly not going to be that good, right?
You got 100+ men telling you here that they prefer women to have lower body counts.
All of them are delusional. I don't care about what they think. I care about what I think. In my experiences, I probably more women than most of these guys have in the audience. Okay.
Show of hands if you're single. Okay.
Oh my God.
So confused.
So body count. Melina is Destiny's wife.
Oh, that.
Do you want to go through that again?
No, now it all makes sense. She looked familiar, but I couldn't place it. Now that you said that, yeah, she was the one that was grilling Chase and everybody on the whatever podcast about when it's okay to divorce and refuse to listen to them. That's that whole endure. This witch, this girl. which is a strong word, but I don't know what country she's from. Her accent sounds like Swedish or something.
I think she is Swedish.
I don't know what their values are over there or if she's been like westernized, but she is a mess. She's the chill. She's the one, oh, well, I'm with a bunch of men and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, because you don't like your husband. Like, wouldn't blame you. Honestly, Destiny, listen, kudos to Destiny. The man could argue himself out of a paper bag. He's an excellent debater, a master debater.
A master debater.
If you know what I mean. What? Huh? Girl. Oh my Lord.
I just like that last part. I remember watching it now. I like that last part and like the video because she was saying like the whole thing and then like how many single men in the chat. And I was like, yeah, that's just that last part that was so funny. I will say that clip is really good for that. But I think like she is an example of someone far one side and these red pill guys far other side. I think most people, if it matters to you, it's going to matter in your partner who you find it's going to matter to them. If you don't care about it, it's not going to matter either or what the number is per se. And I find it very interesting that it's so like red pill is very concentrated on women having a very low body count, whereas men are allowed to have a high body count. Yeah. I honestly do not want a man who has a high body count, personally, for me. So I think it's very interesting. Well, I understand. Yeah. But like it's wild to think that guys, and I will say, even though I don't agree with everything she does, she is right about the one thing she says. What is it? It sounds like you guys are just so you value. Oh, I'm trying to find that little line now. You only like the status of having effed many women.
Now that I will agree with, because men do, whether they're being truthful or not, and I've known it both ways. You know, the teenage boys, I feel like, especially exaggerate. Oh yeah, this girl and I banged her and we had beer pong and whatever that could. They love the status of it, which okay, yeah. I mean, I feel like that goes along with what the red pill guys, especially what Myron and Fresh and Fit say. Okay, yeah, and the Tates of the world, that kind of thing. But I don't know.
Body count is a signal. It's not about the number. It's about what it signals. Maybe.
What is it?
Probably. I think
for
like,
women or men.
I'm not a normal girl. Okay, I will admit that out loud. I'm not normal. I will not care about your body count. Mark and I have not talked about our body count because it doesn't matter, because it's our past. We just care about what our current personality is and what we show each other what our current personality is. I am a big believer on show, not tell. So hi, Sleazy.
A key unlocks many locks. It's a master key. If you have many keys open a lock, it's a shitty lock.
Oh, and this is another thing. I've had this conversation with friends before. So is it about the number or the number of times you've done it? You can have, sex, say 100 times with the same girl or 100 times with 100 different girls. What's actually going to be better?
I think 100 times with the same person is much different than 100 different people.
Yes. But that's just me, because it's like you were able to hold on to a girl for that long.
Yeah.
That signs to me boyfriend material more than I'm a casual guy who dates casually, all that stuff. But that's just me. I like I said, I'm not normal. Maybe I'm looking at this with the wrong type of lens that red pill women do, or normal women do. Who knows?
The other thing I found interesting was the girl, when the very beginning of that clip, where the girl in the background was yelling, but like, oh, well, girls care if men are bad in bed. Well, yeah, they care because they've had so many men. You know what I mean? Like, if you were with one or two guys and you didn't know the difference, then you wouldn't know. But now that you have been with 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, however many men, you're going to know the difference to a guy who doesn't really know what he's doing. And also, there's this really cool thing called a toy that many women own, and ain't no man ever going to live up to that. We talked about this last night on Legal Mindsets channel. He was like, what do you think about it? And I was like, I don't use them. it's a standard that nobody, on the men's side or the women's side, nobody can live up to. It's a standard that nobody can live up to. Men don't vibrate that fast. Women don't grip that hard. It's not, there's no way. There's no way. And so if you're somebody that uses those things, especially women, we're famous for it as a whole, using those things, yeah, you're gonna find that every man is bad in bed. You know what I mean? Because they literally cannot do that. That's physically impossible. And you're desensitized and your nerves are shot. Like, chill. Chill out, lady. Good Lord.
Jesus. It's true. And
yeah.
I mean, I end up in the middle ground with everything that happens on these debates.
Oh yeah.
I don't choose one or the other. I'm kind of like, oh, you have good points. Oh, you have good points. You don't have great points, but that's okay. And I hate being middle because like everyone's like, you need to choose a side. No, I don't. Every human is so different. What you want in a relationship is so different. And we'll go with this. I am an older, experienced woman. I've been through crap. I've seen crap. I've heard crap. And I like to call it secondary therapy when I talk to my friends about their relationships, because I get to learn what they have learned. I probably should have learned from my mama, but sorry, Mom. I love you, sorry, Mom. I didn't listen to you, and I probably should have. I really probably should have. But
that Tug mom was not the best role model, so there's that.
What about Tug Dad?
Parents are divorced, so I didn't see a lot of him. I mean, we had him, but it was every other weekend, and so it was, you know. Here we are with the broken family statistic. Hey, where's Pearl? Pearl.
Oh, and Pearl just like denigrates so many women, and I feel like it hurts because I'm like, you're a woman yourself. I don't want to go all feminist all here, but like, aren't we supposed to like empower women a little bit here? That's one thing I hate about the manosphere, is that you tell things, all these stats, hate on women, build men up, but also maybe you should learn how to talk to women to make them more proper, because proper, and like, I'm not saying like stroke their ego, but like be able to chat with them about how to change and be better. Because just trashing them is not going to help.
No.
I mean, we've talked about this before. Like, watching Fresh and Fit, we've been very angry. But like, we understand it. We absolutely do.
I would like to be a fly on the wall in one of their shows. I don't know if I would like to be actually on their show.
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I would like to be in the corner. Those girls that sit in the corner.
Yeah, Craig, telling a woman what to do, that works so well. I think that like, there is a market for women. It's not as affluent as being a feminist or on the red pill, but I think that's why I hope that talking about this on a more middle ground is going to be helpful for both male and females. I hope. Who knows? Maybe we're just talking to a blank wall, or at least 72 of you. Why would they listen if they have countless options anyway? In the end, and I will say this on my experience, it's not fulfilling to have those countless options. I had Tinder for 3 days and I turned it off because it didn't make me feel better. And that was with Mark. That was with Mark. I'm not gonna lie. I had it for 3 days, gone. It's not fulfilling to have people throwing themselves at you. No, I want someone that actually builds a life with me. That actually feel like wants me, not just for my looks, and I want them to actually get to know me, type of thing. That's why someone was telling me, I forgot which show it was, if you had a Jason Momoa, tall, muscular, handsome, come up to you, would you have sex with him? I'm like, no. I'm like, really? I'm like, no.
Old tugs might consider it.
I mean, sure, there's a consideration. There's this, the brain and the vajiji.
Actually, I don't know that. To be honest with you, I don't know this particular exact example. I don't know that I would, just because I've only found Jason Momoa attractive because he's Jason Momoa.
Okay, what about your peak physical look that you like in a man? It doesn't have to be Jason Momoa. peak physical, comes up to you and says, I want to F you. You know, down here says yes. Up here, it's stronger. It's stronger now.
And if you've had this, down here usually wins. Quick alert. Yeah, no, now I would tell you, Duke. 5 years ago, Tugs would be like, Henry Cavill? What? Yes, what?
But Henry Cavill, we're also looking as a fan because we know him as well. I'm just saying as a physical, just looks. In
general, no, I don't know. Okay, I'm being such a girl right now. Do they open their mouth?
No.
That's such a turn off for
me. They don't open their mouth at all.
Maybe 5 years ago, Tugs may consider it.
Current me, if I were single and markless, no, because markless. I have to say this because I'm single in this scenario. I don't want to deal with falling in love and being like, oh my God, I like this person so much. Talk to me. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. It's not worth it.
No.
One night?
Everybody would probably, and you're not the only one. I'm just saying.
Oh, wow. Chat, I have questions. Let's for fun do a poll.
Men and women. Listen, I've heard it from both sides, okay? Let's see. Tara says, while you're doing that, Tara says, studies have shown that men asking women for sex, only 2 out of 10 women said yes. Men on the other hand, it was 7 out of 10. Yeah, exactly. And I bet those last 3 people were whales.
All right. Poll is up. So I feel it depends on where you are in life, I suppose. And you're single, by the way. I didn't put it in the chat. Hello. I Meyer Pepper. Welcome.
I'm your Pepper, I think. Is
what well, that's embarrassing.
It's okay. It's what I'm here for, to embarrass you. I need new glasses. Why? Because I'm doing this? I'm not really, actually.
I'm Meyer Pepper.
Well, the question? No, but 7 out of 10 says they were.
Oh my. Wow. Okay. So we're at 67% yes, 33% no.
I just clicked an answer to see the results.
Well, you're everyone's single in this scenario.
Single.
Well, I can't read. English is my 3rd language.
English is her 4th language.
Fun time means the sex. Okay, C4C. I didn't want to risk it and not have it go up the poll. Wow, I can't believe I said that. But yeah. So we're talking about just strictly sex. I would give them a chance to date. Sure, we'll go on one date. Who knows? Wow, Grant. Fun times doesn't mean playing 40K with Henry Cavill. I actually probably would love that. As a just normal person, regular old me.
I would love that, honestly.
I would love to paint 40K.
You know what I want to do?
Yes.
See, 40K for you because you do 40K now. But as a World of Warcraft girl, I want to go and play World of Warcraft because I bet you he knows all the ins and outs and knows all the best dungeons and knows all the best gear to get. And I don't even mean that in a weird way. Genuinely, the man missed his call from Zack Snyder to be Superman because he was on a raid in World of Warcraft. That means he knows.
It's so cute.
Stuff. It's so cute. I would love to just sit back and stream on Twitch with the guy and be like, let's do some dungeons, bro. I bet you he even plays Diablo. I bet you he plays Diablo.
Hey, Henry Cavill, you want to play Diablo with us? I'll start playing Diablo with
you.
Just to play with you.
Maybe. You might.
Maybe. I know Mark has been loving it a lot, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm your Pepper, not I Meyer Pepper, says, I'd rather not live a life with if only I had. But that's the funny part. And I will say this in terms of my experience is just because you had the sexy time doesn't mean you actually connected with them. I find there's a stronger connection, and I'm being a total woman in this. And I don't mean this in a derogatory way, but I quantify experiences in terms of my personal connection, what we've talked about, what your aspirations are. And I like to connect on that level prior to even having physicalities because it makes it that much better for me. I'm sure for other people too, but like, I don't want to just have casual experiences anymore. It's not satisfying for me.
Yeah.
So that's just me, and take it as it is. We are at 60% for yes.
Yes, Lutz.
Hey, I guess it depends on your age and gender as well. I'll give you that.
You're
I'll give you
messing my
that.
camera up, ma'am. Get down.
I'll give you that.
Please, Louise.
So that's interesting. Oh, we got some Diablo lovers.
Yeah, we're Blizzard people. That I'm telling you, he would be so much fun.
Yeah, guys don't need to get off. No, absolutely. I can see why a guy would easily want to do that on a physical perspective. Like Mark would be like, all I need to see is one boob, not even two, just one. I'm like, okay, honey, love you.
Did you see when Henry? Yes, I did. You know that the group interview, the guy that he bonds with is the guy that plays Jaskier in The Witcher. How they didn't talk about it on set, I'll never know. But yes, that is.
Maybe they talked about it afterwards.
They must have, yeah, because they bonded. It was the funniest thing. I'm like, wait, that's the guy who plays Jaskier.
That was actually so cute. It's like whenever Mark gets into a discussion with another nerd, it doesn't matter who the nerd is. It could be anyone on like the streams I go on or like just anyone. And I go, so I'm going to step back really quietly and go off to another conversation. Because
it's like listening to, I love listening to my dad and Duke talk shop because they're both first responders. And they just swap stories.
Oh, no.
And you're like, oh, you guys are so
it's really cute. I have a lot of pride when that happens because I love that Mark and my younger brother especially, who is a big fan of EFAP. Mahler, if you're out there, I would love for you and my younger brother to talk. But anyways, when they have their conversations, it's so beautiful. It's like you're connecting. And that's the thing is I love connecting on a different basis, not just physicality. I can have a physical relationship with anyone I want, I'm sure. Well, you're not anyone. A lot of people, I'm sure. But it's just not the same.
Yeah.
I want more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe when I was in my 20s, anyone, but you know, things change as you age. Elizabeth Ellington, I think it's also generational. I feel like mine, Gen Z, oh, you're such a baby, craves boring, stable relationships. Really? I haven't really thought about Gen Z, to be honest, in that sense.
Because a lot of us lack that in family. I can see that actually. So my generation, I'm a millennial. So Gen X, which is I'm not right on the cusp of it. Gen X is the first generation to be like mostly divorced parents. Does that make sense? Like there's a statistic out there, I don't know the number, but they are the first generation to be a majority of divorced parents, like to have that movement as divorced parents. And so that gets passed down to the maybe millennials are iffy depending on your age, but especially Gen Z, because the Gen Xers and your millennials are starting to have babies and that raises you guys. And we don't come from stability either because it's so much easier to get divorced. Whereas back in the day, that would be so taboo. It's not anymore. You just throw it away. And so I can see that because you crave that stability because there is none. It's like you're in a world of chaos. And so you want something to slow you down. You know, it's like being in a tornado. You need something to stop the tornado. And so you crave that stability, but it's for the wrong reasons because you don't have it. So you don't know what it is. So when you get it, you don't know what to do with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. On the other hand, I'm engaged at 20 and all my friends think I'm bat crap crazy.
Good. Drop them.
Hey, have you made a conscious decision and stick by it? I'm gonna claps to you, girl. So, but I guess time will tell. With your friends, with you, and hey, we will see. We will see. I hope good things though. I always think about, so one of my good friends from when I was in high school, her high school sweetheart and her are married, 4 kids, plus an adopted child. They are absolutely gorgeous. The adopted child was like someone who has like a developmental issue. So opening themselves to that is like, I don't know. I couldn't do it voluntarily, personally, in my life right now. I don't have kids, so I don't really know the difficulties in that. But it warms my heart because like people who have married young, making great decisions and still being stable and having a good family. They are a very stable family. I do know that. But what are you laughing about? Is this it?
He just comes out of nowhere 2 hours later.
Mark just comes in the chat. Also, follow him on Kick.
I did hear the dog. I heard the dog barking, and I was like, I wonder what's going on there.
Oh my God.
No spoilers, Mark the Cyborg. No
yeah,
spoilers.
Mark, can you bring the puppies in here? Oh, actually, he's bound to his wheelchair right now. Don't do that, Mark. He can't walk right now. He got his injection, so he's a little what do you call it? He's not able to do much. But I felt so bad last night in the middle of the night. I guess he didn't know I texted him. I just went, me sleepy, me sleep. Legit, all I said in the text message. He comes up an hour later. Dogs are barking. I go, leave me, why you wake me up? I don't understand. And like I'm half asleep, so I'm gonna say I have no control over how I'm gonna be in my mid sleep. And he goes, I didn't know you were asleep. Check my text messages. And anyways, yeah, it was a fun moment. So he knows next time when I'm sleepy not to come upstairs. I love you, Mark.
Oh,
He's going to be playing Final Fantasy tonight.
does the man sleep? No, he has to tell everyone.
No.
Well, he's the first person I know that has finished it. So I don't want no Diablo 4 spoilers, and I don't want no Flash spoilers. Okay, no spoilers.
Yeah. I support my man, just not while I'm woken up in the middle of my sleep. Okay, I don't think you cannot persecute anyone who wakes up in the middle of the sleep and what they say. Sometimes they don't even remember it. Has that ever happened to you? You speak in your sleep.
Yes.
So
I
that's
guess.
it.
I don't remember it, but
wow, streaming for 6.5 hours. Wow. Okay, now this has turned super nerdy. What's your class, Mark? What's your class, Tugs?
it's not. Mine's sorcerer. Oh, please. That's my class. Every single Diablo game I played sorceress.
Oh.
Sorceress.
Mark says he played a rogue out of a character
Ooh.
of every class.
That's the way to do it. Is you start with your favorite class, and if you usually have a favorite class, you start with that one, and then once you finish the game with that one, then you go
try
to
another one.
Class. Yeah.
Yeah. Elizabeth asked, "Are you conscious when saying that or sleep talking?" I think there was moments that I might have been aware, but all I heard was dogs barking. I'm like, "Is this 7 o'clock already?"
It's 7 o'clock.
And I was like, why are you coming up at this time? I don't understand. But it's really just the dogs barking. When Mark crawls, there is something so weird. So the dogs never bark while he walks. But when he crawls, they bark all the time.
Because it's disturbing. I've seen him do it. It's weird.
He's not doing the like crawl. He's just like doing this like
seen the Grudge.
slide.
It's the same thing.
Wow. Wow. Andrew Matthews says, I'm JoJo confirmed. When I'm asleep, sure. I'll take it. Ooh, D-Day says, I'm a sorceress and necromancer.
Yeah, sorceress.
Voice. Hot sorceress. Wow, we got a necro in the chat. Craig asks, does your work schedule changes cause trouble, X-Ray? No, I can stay up some weird hours if I want. Like when we go partying, so like Tugs and I, we've stayed up some late hours just chatting because I have been on night shift. Partying, same thing. In Dallas, let's just say Mark and I closed off the night every night, usually. And that was fun. That was really fun. I can't believe that we're the old fun people in that sense. But yeah. Yeah. My God, you truly are a streamer whore, X-Ray girl. Thank you. I don't mind being called a whore in that sense.
Triple X-Ray girl.
We're getting called nerds. We're being called nerds.
I don't care.
I love it.
I gotta get World of Warcraft going again.
Should I try it, Tugs? Do you think I should try it?
World of Warcraft or Diablo?
All?
Yes.
Okay.
I think you'll like Diablo better than you'll like. Well, yeah, I think you'll like Diablo better than World of Warcraft.
Mark, when we watch those videos of Destiny, is he playing World of Warcraft? Right? Like it looks like a lot of like raids and fighting and all that sort of stuff.
Well, you can, or you can do what I do, which is just quest.
Oh, okay.
I'm not. Yeah, I'll do raids sometimes. But it just depends on your level. The only problem with World of Warcraft is that you'll be minding your business, and the opposite, depending on the world you choose, the faction you choose, the setting you choose, whatever word you want to use. You'll be minding your business, and the opposite faction will see you and attack you out of nowhere.
So
it's
just
like a player versus player thing. So you'll be minding your business as like either the Horde or the Alliance. Those are the two you can choose, and you'll be one or the other, and you'll be doing your thing, and all of a sudden you're dead, and you're like, what the heck?
Oh, so Mark puts in the chat, WoW is a subscription MMO like Final Fantasy 14. Thank you. It's good to know. It's good to know. Anyways, so it's been 2 hours. This has been very fun. It's been very fun. Even though things have changed. I know everyone was expecting blonde legal mindset, but I mean, he has been 2 for 2 for the streams today.
Blocked out. Yeah, it's probably good thing.
But we will have him on in 2 weeks. Next week, we will have my nerdy home, Steph, on the channel.
Stephanie.
So I'm really excited. She has been obviously Geeks and Gamers, and I would like to know her opinion on this. I think it's very interesting, especially on a female perspective. And she's very based on what she thinks about all of this, because it's very interesting even to understand what some of the people on FNT. I would love to see what some of the males think. We have been a very like female centric opinion. But
I told that I was talking about poor choices last night on Legal Mindsets channel, and I mentioned like how we've had a couple of couples on, and like how people have met through our channel, a few people have met through our channel, kind of thing. And I was like, we're trying to get Eric July. So busy.
Let me just wait until ISOM has died down a little bit.
Will it ever die down? I don't think so. We may have to have Lady Ripa without Mr. Ripa.
So being in Ripaverse headquarters has been very interesting. There's a thing they do which is so freaking cute. So I'm sure you've seen on screen or on stream, Eric does this phrase where he goes, "Oh, S word. Oh, yeah. And then all of a sudden, all the employees start doing that too. It's really cute. But anyways, Eric was just too busy because the site was going down, up, and he was just in his
Dallas,
business mode. Didn't want to talk to him at that point.
No, I don't blame you. Yeah, he's on ISOM. I always pronounce ISOM.
It's a business thing. I want him to concentrate on that because that matters more at this moment. Poor choices will always be here.
Eventually, we would like to have both him and Lady Ripa on at some point.
Yes, Lady Ripa, she is as gorgeous as she seems on the screen.
I can't wait to meet her in person. I can't wait.
She is regally beautiful. Stoic.
Yes, I can see that. I've ordered from her, and she follow her on Instagram, Dream State Collective, I think is the full. Yeah, she like does thrift shopping and resell stuff, and I've got earrings from her that I absolutely love, and she makes her own earrings and jewelry. Oh, it's just I love her so much.
Yeah. So I would love to talk with her, like actually talk, because when we go to these things, we do not have enough time to actually speak to my. I go up to her, but hi. It's been like the whole night, and I just want to say hi. I'm extra girl.
I can't wait to meet her in person. I missed out. She didn't come last year when I was there, but it's fine.
We're definitely Team Lady Ripa. We've got a few more super chats before we go. We have E1337 Neil for $10 says, my dad passed at the ripe age of 97. That is amazing for him to get to that age. After a 47-year marriage to my mom, in which they both absolutely doted on each other, even to his final days on his deathbed. Yes, that helped his longevity. Love is love. That's why I think love is so beautiful. for those out there, I learned it. Oh God, I hope I say this right. 1 Corinthians, 13th chapter, chapter 13, 4 through 7th verse. There was something said at Chrissy's wedding. Love is patient.
Love is patient. Love is kind. Yeah.
Yeah, that one. If that relationship didn't explain it, I don't know what did.
It does not boast.
Yes. Dang, 47 years. That's amazing. That's beautiful. Proud of them.
That's amazing. Holy cow.
Oh, so yes, Brahma Bull, hello.
Hi, Brahma Bull. We were supposed to do a hockey stream. What happened to that?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Rude.
I cried at that part at Chrissy's wedding. It was very beautiful. John Edgar for $2 says, thank you for the stream, ladies. Good night. Thank you, John Edgar, for joining us. This was really fun. I enjoy these very, I hope that this helps people in their daily lives. We have brought people together. I'm boasting now. And I hope to do the same for your future relationships. If it's not our advice based on our experience or the stuff we talk about, then you take everything we say with a grain of salt. Okay, as I'd say with every other stream. There's good things.
We're not licensed professional. Okay.
Yeah, there's good things in every stream. I don't want to trash on everything. Like I really do think Pearl, a lot of the red pill people do have good things. It's just you gotta see what works for you. We're not all high value men in their sense of things.
Yeah.
And I'm not a man, so there we go. Tags, what do you have coming up?
Ooh, nothing special, nothing like scheduled. Are we doing No Man's Sky tomorrow?
I'm doing it, so you can join if you want, or you don't have to.
Oh, that sounded so. It's fine. I might join her if she wants.
It's at 8 p.m.
It doesn't sound like she wants me. So
no. I will conveniently play it with you because I played it at that time anyways, 8 p.m.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to aim for No Man's Sky tomorrow. And then this weekend, probably Saturday, I will do some more Diabs because it's new drops. And maybe, I don't know when else, but well, you know me, I like to YOLO it. So it's fine.
Yeah,
I gotta get back on the streaming schedule. I know. It's hard.
It'll get there eventually. Eventually. Okay. Is that it?
That's it.
So tomorrow, obviously, No Man's Sky. In the morning, I am going to play Final Fantasy 16 all day until I have to play D&D. It sounds like it's a job, but I really just have been lost since playing the demo of Final Fantasy. I've been dying to play that game. I don't want to say this, but I am so jealous of Az. Like jealous, envious that he got early access. He deserves it.
Oh yeah.
He deserves it. I hate him still. Okay? I hate him for playing it early because I want to play the game. So I will play it tomorrow. Like every other person. I'm going to bed. I'm not staying up late till the release. Yeah. And what else? Oh, Human Cyborg Relations. Please subscribe to that channel. We are going to do more streams, of course, in the future.
I love the channel. I haven't actually watched anything yet, but I love the concept.
The title. Yeah. Well, basically, it's just like what we do, but on a couple's level.
Like a couple scale. You know what's interesting is, and promise we're going to wrap up. Legal Mindset last night was like, has Duke ever thought about being like coming on with you and talking about your relationship? I was like, well, I've never asked him. And he was like, we could do it on my channel or you could do it on Poor Choices. But I was like, what about Human Cyborg? Not that I'm inviting myself, but I have to talk to him. But I was like, I never thought about it, really.
Well, figure it out first. See if he's even interested. And then we can talk from there.
Yeah. Because like, I think interested in hearing his side of the story. Because Andrew heard all my side of like how we met and got together last night. So he's like, I'd be interested in hearing.
I mean, that would be fun, honestly, like, because I've heard Tug's side of the story. Yeah. Obviously.
And you've met Duke, so
I've met Duke. So it would be interesting coming in with that lens to ask maybe some of the hard questions, but it's up to him, of course. I think it's tough when you're not a part of it. Also, tomorrow I'll be on Thursday Night Throwdown on Comics Division's channel. So find me there at 10 p.m. But yeah, I think that's it for me. But guys, this has been a fun one. It keeps getting more fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that possible?
Yeah.
Is that
And we're so
possible?
close to 3.6 thousand. 600. I told Andrew last night, I was like, because I think we're about the same numbers. Maybe he might be a little bit behind us. I was like, oh, it's on.
I
Like,
mean,
it's a race.
I will say this, he works much harder on his channel than we do. I mean, and saying this in a very like he makes videos, we don't.
Oh, that's no. We need somebody to clip us.
Yeah. Hey, if you're interested in doing clips for us, let us know. Maybe we can talk. Maybe we can talk. So email expertgirl2077@gmail.com. Don't DM us because that's not going to come through.
Oh
Maybe.
my God, I'm terrible. Yeah.
I'm terrible with DMs. But yeah, next week, Steph. And if you have any questions, I will post a tweet probably a day before. So if you have any questions for Steph, please drop it there and or in the description. So much love to y'all, and have a good week, and we'll see you guys later.